Starting a relationship can feel like reading a thrilling book where you are constantly trying to guess the ending. In the early stages of dating, or even during a deep, shifting friendship, we find ourselves searching for clues to answer the ultimate, vulnerable question: how does he truly feel about me? While society often expects men to be vocal and transparent about their emotional landscapes, the reality of male psychology is frequently much more subtle. For many men, the journey of falling in love is not marked by sudden, grand declarations or cinematic gestures under the rain. Instead, it is a quiet, gradual process, a slow sinking into deep emotional waters that occurs step by step, day by day, through behaviors they might not even realize they are exhibiting. This slow burn transition from casual attraction to profound emotional attachment is a fascinating psychological evolution. When a man begins to fall deeply in love, his brain chemistry, priorities, and instinctual behaviors undergo a silent rewrite. The protective instincts of his evolutionary biology merge with modern emotional vulnerability, creating a unique pattern of behavioral cues. These cues, often referred to by relationship experts as microsignals, are incredibly difficult to fake because they stem from the subconscious mind. They show up in the way his eyes navigate a crowded room, the subtle shift in the vocabulary he uses to describe his future, and the instinctive physical space he carves out just to be near you. Understanding these signs is not about playing detective or overanalyzing every minor interaction. Rather, it is about learning to read the quiet language of emotional devotion. Men often express their deepest feelings through action, consistency, and protective care long before the words "I love you" ever cross their lips. By recognizing these 15 progressive milestones of affection, you gain a clear, reassuring window into his heart. You begin to see how his independent world is gently and willingly folding into yours, transforming a simple spark into a lasting, irreplaceable connection. Whether you are looking for confirmation of a budding romance or seeking to understand the deepening bond in your current relationship, these 15 psychological indicators will guide you through the beautiful, unvoiced journey of a man slowly sinking deeper in love with you. The default glance. When a group of people laughs at a joke or reacts to a sudden moment, human instinct compels us to immediately look at the person we feel closest to or most want to connect with. If he is slowly sinking deeper in love with you, his eyes will automatically seek yours the very second the room erupts. This involuntary reaction is a powerful psychological indicator of emotional alignment. By looking at you first, he is silently asking, "Did you find that as funny as I did?" Or, "Are we sharing this moment together?" It reveals that even in a crowded room full of distractions, you are his emotional anchor and his default focus. His brain has already categorized you as his primary source of connection, safety, and shared joy, making his immediate visual check-in an unspoken confession of his deepest feelings. Unconscious mirroring. Love has a fascinating way of rewiring our physical and verbal behavior through a process known as limbic synchrony. When a man is falling deeply for you, he will begin to unconsciously mirror your body language, gestures, and speech patterns. If you cross your legs, he might adjust his posture to match yours moments later. If you use a specific, unique slang word or a distinct hand gesture, you will suddenly hear him adopting the exact same phrasing in his own conversations. This mirroring is not a conscious act of imitation. Rather, it is a biological response driven by empathy and a deep desire to build rapport. His subconscious mind is trying to signal safety, harmony, and a profound mutual understanding, essentially telling you that the two of you are perfectly in sync and operating on the exact same wavelength. The active recall. A man who is growing deeply in love becomes an incredibly sharp archivist of your life. He doesn't just remember the big milestones. He practices active recall on the trivial, fleeting details you casually mentioned weeks ago and likely forgot yourself. Whether it is your obscure childhood fear, the exact way you prefer your morning coffee, or a minor frustration you voiced about a coworker, he retains this information because everything associated with you holds immense value to him. This level of attentiveness shows that he listens to you with intense focus and genuine intent, rather than just waiting for his turn to speak. By remembering these tiny details and bringing them up later to surprise or comfort you, he is demonstrating that your thoughts, preferences, and daily experiences are permanently etched into his mind and heart. Herald mode engagement. When a man's feelings deepen, his natural protective instincts often linked to what psychologists call the hero instinct, kick into overdrive around you. This does not mean he views you as helpless. Rather, it means he feels a profound, innate drive to make your life easier, safer, and more comfortable. You will notice him instinctively walking on the street side of the sidewalk, reaching for heavy objects before you even ask, or rushing to help you troubleshoot a frustrating problem. He wants to feel useful and appreciated in your world, and he takes immense pride in being the person you can actively rely on. This protective engagement is his way of creating a secure boundary around you, signaling that he is fully committed to shielding you from stress and ensuring you always feel supported. Safe space, vulnerability. Men are socialized to keep their guards up, present a stoic exterior, and hide their doubts or insecurities from the world. However, when a man is sinking deeper in love, those defensive walls begin to crumble, and he will grant you exclusive access to his inner world. He will share his raw, unpolished drafts, his unresolved anxieties, childhood memories, career fears, and secret ambitions that he hides from his closest friends. By letting you see him when he is not perfectly put together, he is signaling that he trusts you implicitly with his emotional safety. He no longer feels the need to wear a mask of perfection around you because your presence has become his ultimate sanctuary, allowing him to be entirely authentic, vulnerable, and completely at peace. Future weaving. When a man is falling deeply in love, his mental timeline of the future naturally restructures itself to include you. You will notice a subtle but profound shift in his vocabulary as I, me and my seamlessly transition into we, us, and our. When he talks about upcoming holiday plans, weekend getaways, or even long-term career moves, he speaks of them with the quiet assumption that you will be right there by his side. This isn't a pressured discussion about marriage or lifetime commitment. Rather, it is an organic, unconscious integration of your life into his. He no longer views his life as a solo journey, but as a shared path. By weaving you into his future plans so effortlessly, he is signaling that a life without you in it has simply become unimaginable to his heart. The micro-leans. Physical attraction is immediate, but emotional intimacy shows up in the subtle, involuntary adjustments of a man's posture. Known as nonverbal immediacy, micro-leans occur when he consistently tilts his head, shoulders and torso towards you whenever you speak, even in a noisy, crowded environment where multiple conversations are happening at once. His physical compass is locked onto you. If you are sitting across a table, he will lean in closer to bridge the gap. If you are standing in a group, his body will naturally angle itself to create a private pocket of connection with you. This instinctual physical gravity is a clear sign that his subconscious mind wants to shut out the rest of the world, focus entirely on your presence, and pull you as close to his personal space as possible. Sacred real estate, a man's time, routine, and personal space are highly guarded assets. But when love takes hold, he eagerly carves out sacred real estate for you. This means he will willingly rearrange a busy schedule, sacrifice sleep, or skip his favorite hobbies just to secure a few hours in your company. You never have to beg for his time or feel like an inconvenience. Instead, he proactively makes room for you in his daily life. Furthermore, this extends to his physical space, leaving room for your belongings at his place, adjusting his home to make you comfortable, and prioritizing your peace of mind. By giving you prime real estate in both his schedule and his personal sanctuary, he is showing you that you are no longer just a part of his life, but a central priority. High-value introductions. When a man's feelings for you are casual, he will keep his romantic life compartmentalized. However, when he is sinking deeper in love, he cannot wait to merge your world with his. He will actively seek high-value introductions, eagerly bringing you around his closest friends, family, and respected colleagues. He doesn't just introduce you in passing, he introduces you with pride, showing off your personality and celebrating your achievements to the people who matter most to him. He deeply values their opinion, and by integrating you into his core social circle, he is looking for their seal of approval while proudly signaling to his community that you are a permanent, highly respected fixture in his life who is here to stay. The softening effect. The world often demands that men carry a tough, stoic, and competitive edge to get through the day. Yet the moment he enters your presence, you will witness a beautiful transformation known as the softening effect. His shoulders drop, the tension in his jaw vanishes, his defensive walls crumble, and his tone of voice takes on a gentle, soothing warmth that is reserved exclusively for you. This physical and emotional softening is a profound indicator of deep love and trust. It shows that your presence acts as an immediate de-escalator for his stress. Around you, he doesn't have to perform, compete, or prove his strength. He can simply rest in the safety of your connection and let his guard completely down. Silent prioritization. When a man is falling deeply in love, his decision-making process undergoes a quiet but radical shift. Your comfort, happiness, and peace of mind begin to naturally outrank his own convenience. This isn't about grand dramatic sacrifices. Instead, it shows up in the quiet, everyday choices he makes without seeking praise or recognition. It is him taking the longer route so you can sleep a bit more. Choosing a restaurant he knows you love even if he's craving something else. Or quietly handling a stressful chore so you don't have to face it after a long day. He doesn't keep score or hold these gestures over your head. To him, seeing you relaxed and happy is the ultimate reward, proving that your well-being has become entirely synonymous with his own peace of mind. Lingering eye contact. They say the eyes are the window to the soul, and in relationship psychology, a lingering gaze is one of the most reliable indicators of deep emotional attachment. When he looks at you, his eyes don't just dart away when caught. Instead, they hold yours for those extra, heavy, loaded seconds that feel charged with unspoken emotion. This is not the fleeting look of casual attraction, but a gaze of deep fascination and emotional processing. Psychologically, prolonged eye contact releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, which deepens feelings of trust and intimacy. Whether you are speaking, laughing, or simply sitting in comfortable silence, his eyes dwell on your face as if he is trying to commit every single detail of your expression to his permanent memory. Protective concern. As a man's love deepens, his instinct to protect you evolves from simple physical chivalry into a deep, genuine concern for your mental, emotional, and physical safety. You will notice him checking in on you not out of control, but out of a sincere need to know that you are okay. He worries about your stress levels, makes sure you got home safely after a late night, and stands up for you if someone treats you unfairly. If you are sick, he becomes your caregiver. If you are anxious, he becomes your anchor. This protective concern is a primal male response to loving someone deeply. He views himself as your partner and ally in life, and he takes personal responsibility for ensuring that you feel secure, valued, and shielded from the harshness of the world. Consistent presence. In a world full of temporary connections and fleeting interest, consistency is the ultimate currency of true love. A man who is sinking deeper in love does not play mind games, pull disappearing acts, or leave you wondering where you stand. His presence in your life is steady, predictable, and incredibly reassuring. He shows up when he says he will, answers your texts reliably, and remains emotionally available even when his own life gets chaotic or stressful. He doesn't just seek you out when he wants excitement or validation. He is there for the quiet, mundane, and challenging moments too. This unwavering consistency is his way of building a foundation of absolute trust, showing you day after day that he is a permanent anchor you can always rely on. Total acceptance. The ultimate destination of deep, lasting love is total, unconditional acceptance. When a man is truly falling for you, he doesn't just tolerate your quirks, flaws, and eccentricities. He actively cherishes them. The very things you might try to hide or feel insecure about, such as your clumsy habits, your morning bedhead, or the passionate way you rant about your favorite hobbies, are the exact things that make him smile. He does not try to edit, fix, or reshape you into an idealized version of a partner. Instead, he embraces your entire unedited narrative. Around him, you feel a rare and beautiful freedom to be entirely yourself, knowing that your imperfections do not diminish his love, but rather make you completely irreplaceable in his eyes.